I don't think this is interesting. Is this interesting? Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Is this an independent episode? Could be. That's why we're doing an intro for it. This is a series of vignettes. This is what we ate with those potato dumplings that we made. And you can tell that it's a continuous process. It's all in the same night because I'm still working on this big beer. So because we wanted to eat more than a combination of potato and flour, we're gonna have a protein and some vegetables. I'm gonna start with a cucumber. The German word for cucumber is cucumber Eisen. That's not true. All right, I got an English cucumber here. It's not a German one. God damn it. You're just too much. Why do they package them this way? Why do they be doing this? You know what's funny, guys, is we got some guests coming on the show later tonight. They're gonna do another episode. I'm probably gonna be drunk as by the time they get here. That makes for some quality programming. I also don't know if the guest drinks alcohol. I've never seen her drink. So that might be a sobering experience. Well, let's chop off that bit, And what you want is thin slices. You could use a knife, but I actually think a mandolin's probably the fastest way to do this. And also you're probably gonna get thinner slices. And if you look at that, yeah, that's perfect. Super thin. And here's our nice pile of cucumbers. Put them in a bowl. Actually, it. Just use this. Save the environment. Wow. God damn, why didn't I think of that? All right, it's optional. I'm gonna add an onion. And this is a tiny ass onion that I grew, special to me. But you wanna make food taste good? Grow it yourself, because then you'll be emotionally attached to it. If you don't like onions, you just omit this. But I think cucumbers and onions together is a natural winning team.com. You know, if you were braver than me, you would just use the mandolin. Me, this thing's too small. Every time I use that mandolin, I imagine just shaving my thumb right off. And I don't want to do that. I want to retain my thumbs for future endeavors. So I'm just giving this a thin chop. This will bump up the flavor. I was reading this recipe that this is loosely based off of, and she was like, I don't put onions or garlic in it because not a lot of garlic in German food, and I don't like raw onions. And I was like, well, you just disqualified yourself as having any kind of authority on flavor, and I probably should not follow this recipe. But here I am, following the recipe. Vaguely. Next, we're gonna season it with some vinegar, and I'm using my my ramp vinegar, but just regular white vinegar would be fine. I think this will give it a nice little bit of funk. You want about like a teaspoon. And is this a teaspoon? I don't know, but someone's got to write up the directions at some point, so I figured I'd give you a measurement. I'm gonna use a fork to move the food around. That's how you cook. This is not cooking. I don't know what this is. This is preparing, I guess. I think I might need a bigger bowl. Sad to say. Damn recycling. Damn. All right, next up, add some fresh dill. What goes better with onions and cucumbers than dill? Love dill. Okay, so we'll remove the fronds from the stem, and we'll give it a chopperoni. One of these. Again, does not have to be perfect. We'll get that on in there. And I think we'll have to upgrade the size of the bowl. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, let's hit it with some salt. A good amount of salt. And then we'll add some sugar. Probably an equal-ish amount. And last but not least, some sour cream. I guess we could add some pepper too. Pepper makes things good. Okay. So we will spoon, that's like a big tablespoon of sour cream, and then just mix it around. Because we don't want it to be swimming in sour cream. Well, I don't know. Can't speak for all German people, but I think we'll need a little bit more. Maybe another tablespoon. And this almost feels like maybe I should just use my hands. It's gonna be messy as but I think it'll be worth it. It'll get better incorporated that way. It feels fine. It's like less unpleasant than you might expect. And by the way, if you didn't put do the math in your head, we just made sour cream and onion cucumbers. It smells like the chips. Let's just try it now. It'll be better if we just let it sit around for a while, but give her a taste. Yeah, tastes like chips. All right, you let that sit in the fridge like 4 hours. We're just gonna put it in there till we eat it, which is not gonna be 4 hours. Yeah. All right, next up we're gonna make the cabbage side dish. This is another simple thing. It's a cabbage and an onion. You could use yellow or white, and an apple. I'm using a green apple. I don't know what that shit on my onion is, but you can see that by removing some of it, the rest of it's fine. We're gonna peel that. So I'm just gonna give, this is slices. And everything in this side dish is slices. Slices of cabbage, onions, apples, And you can find all the letters of the word apple in the word, oh no, in the words. Onions can be confused with apples. .com. Alright, somehow I have organic butter. Why the f do I have organic butter? Right? A tablespoon, or if you somehow are authentically German, you wouldn't know it as that. You'd know it as a no metric measurement given for this amount of butter. So we'll get that simmering in this, not simmering, but melted in this pan. That was half an onion. I'm gonna peel this apple, and probably not perfectly, but just like get some of the skin off. And this is optional. I think they say all the nutrition of the apple's in the skin. I don't know if that's true, but I think it's kind of nice to peel your apple because then you'll get a more continuous texture. You can see this apple's I picked a bad apple. Sad. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw our onion in here for a saute. There it is. Oop. I might get to slicing the apple. And the way I like to slice apples, we haven't done this in some time. I quarter the apple. I use the diagonal, one of the cut sides down. And I do a diagonal cut, and there you go. It's a quart apple. I do for each of these. And then we'll go fairly thin slices. You can see there's a little skin on there. That's to remind you that's an apple, not something else, like a potato or an onion. Just do your best. Just do your best. Or don't. Alright. Gonna move these onions around in the pan with the butter. The heat needs to go up a little bit more. While those are cooking, we'll chop the cabbage. Here I have a pretty small head of red cabbage, and that was on purpose, because I feel like I always have too much cabbage. There are very few dishes where you use an entire head of cabbage. I actually feel like this size, this is like probably more appropriate for most things that you're doing. Also, you'll, aesthetically sit on top of your beer and drop some probiotics or some shit in your beer. Then I'm gonna remove the bottom, chop it in half, and then continue to remove the core, which is just that triangular cut. Same over here. And honestly, I'm glad that I'm almost done chopping things, because soon my ability to chop will significantly decrease. So I chopped each half into another half, making a quarter, and now I'm cutting it into thin ribbons. If you would like, you could do longer ribbons, but I feel like this is probably a healthy amount of ribbon, probably easy to eat. So I'll be doing this for a minute. Let's put that cabbage in the pan. Oh, it's looking pretty full. I never did crowd the pan my whole life. We're gonna season it with vinegar. I'm again using the ramp vinegar because it's just a good option. Some salt, and again, some sugar. Notice the trend. This is how the Germans season their food. No flavor, just salt, sugar, and pepper. No flavor.
Vinegar and flavor?
No. No, it's not. Probably be putting a lid on this bitch. It ain't perfect, but it'll be fine. All right, we got our cucumbers going. Our cabbage is cooking. Let's make the chicken. Preheat your oven to a fairly high temp. Maybe let's do a 425. 425. Check the rack. Middle rack will be fine. So I'm gonna cook 4 half chickens. If you can do fractions, you'll know that is 2 chickens. I'm splitting them in half to make it easier, faster to cook. And I wanted to do like a Oktoberfest style chicken. A little bit of research, that appears to be a regular roast chicken, which is why this is not its own dedicated video. But here are my half chickens, and I believe the Oktoberfest style, they do it over like a spit roast. So that's gonna be over a fire, it's rotating. I ain't got one of those, so we're just gonna roast it. But I am gonna try to add some nice things to it. So we'll start with a little bit of butter. Let's just rub the shit out of this with a stick of butter. That'll be the lulz. Okay, get your first half chickie. Let's just start rubbing it over with the butter. This is what's called the German Herman. Herman is spelled with 2 R's, by the way, in case you didn't know. Don't forget the inside cavity. I'm salting it. I'm just gonna keep doing these to the chickens, and we'll add, a small amount of seasoning. We don't want it to taste too much. But one of these I've got on a rack, and the other is just a pan. And what you'll see is that they'll cook differently, but at a reasonably similar pace. We'll be back. Okay, so I chopped off the rubbing end of this chicken butter, and this butter here, I'm just gonna throw it on the chicken. You can just like tuck it, or really you can put it anywhere, it doesn't matter too much. This is gonna help the skin crisp up. If you really wanted to do like a lot of effort, you could like rub it into the chicken. I want to touch this chicken as little as possible. That's my prerogative. Cooking this cabbage shits. Turn the heat up a little bit. Actually, let's pump up the German a little bit here. Let's add some caraway seeds to that cabbage. Check this out. Caraway seeds, 50% more German now. And actually, I might have some juniper berries. Oh yeah, baby. Just a couple juniper berries. This is completely unnecessary, but makes us look cool. Look at that, we're cool. CoolGuysOnlyClub.com. Premium website. All right, let's season this chicken with a little bit of something or other. Oh, no, let me just put tarragon on it. I got fresh tarragon. I think that's gonna be nice. This fresh tarragon. So for each of these chickens, I'm gonna put a tarragon under it. I want to use tongs because I don't want to touch the chicken no more. I'll just use this knife. You raise me up so I can sit on tarragon. Raise me up, I don't want to touch this chicken. Don't stab your chicken like I am doing. Wow. If only every episode was this good. Okay, I got a little more tarragon. What does tarragon taste like, you ask? I don't know. Never cooked before my whole life. Giving it a little rough chop. Smells great. Holy shit, smells great. Put some of that green on your chicken. Look, you see, you're doing a good job. People will be like, oh, you put the green shit on the chicken? I always wanted the green shit on the chicken. That's gonna be so good. That's what the people sound like. That's what the people that I cook for sound like anyways. Okay, our oven's preheated. That's great. Let's get it in. No, I didn't pepper it. Put that pepper on there. +1 to aesthetics. +2 to taste.
You put sugar on this?
No sugar on the chicken. God damn it.
All right.
I don't know how long that takes. We're gonna learn by using timers, but we're gonna check it after 20 minutes. My guess is that it's gonna take 40 minutes. I don't know if that's true. So tune in to our show to find out more. This chicken's looking real good. I think it could go just a little bit longer. It's been 40 minutes. I think it could go a little longer. We'll check that chicken in a couple minutes. Sometime. All right. All right, we're pulling the chicken. Whew. Oh, you can tell it's done because it looks fully cooked. I got hot grabbies on and it's still burning my hand. All right, that's a total cook time of 45 minutes-ish. Pretty sure. Lost track of time a little bit. Little bitch. All right, so we're gonna plate this up. Here's my cabbage. And of course, can't forget our pickles. Santa Maria! Okay, well it doesn't that look nice? I don't know if it'll taste nice, but it looks nice. All right, we'll try our cucumbers. That shit's legit. Try our cabbage. That's good, that's good. And, so everyone wants to see what the chicken looks like. Here we go. So I've intentionally cut into one of the thicker parts of the breast just to demonstrate that it is fully cooked. That tastes great. Well guys, that's our show tonight. Maybe there will be footage of other people eating this. You'll never know if that's gonna make it in the episode or not. But yeah, this was kind of fun. That's how you make this food. That's how I did it. How will you do it?